The ancient Greeks referred to the land known as Ethiopia as Aethiopia, which is derived from the Greek word alpha theta iota omicron pi alpha, Aethiopia. This term first appears in classical documents and was used to describe the upper Nile region of Sudan, as well as certain areas south of the Sahara. The ancient Greeks had a complex relationship with Ethiopia, and their understanding of this land evolved over time. In the early Greek texts, Ethiopia was often depicted as a mythical and exotic land. It was believed to be the home of the gods and a place of great beauty and abundance. The Greek poet Homer, in his epic poem the Odyssey, describes Ethiopia as the farthest land, where the gods feast on the sacrificial offerings of the Ethiopians. This portrayal of Ethiopia as a distant and mysterious land is indicative of the Greek perception of the region as a place of wonder and intrigue. As Greek knowledge of the world expanded, so too did their understanding of Ethiopia. The historian Herodotus, often referred to as the father of history, wrote extensively about the peoples and cultures of the ancient world. In his writings, he describes Ethiopia as a vast and diverse land inhabited by several different tribes and ethnic groups. He also notes the physical characteristics of the Ethiopians, describing them as a tall and physically impressive people. The ancient Greeks were fascinated by the cultural and religious practices of the Ethiopians. They were particularly intrigued by the Ethiopian practice of sun worship, which was in stark contrast to the Greek tradition of polytheistic religion. The Greek philosopher and historian, Herodotus, wrote about the Ethiopian belief in the sun as a god and their reverence for this celestial body. This fascination with Ethiopian religious practices indicates the Greek interest in understanding and appreciating the diversity of religious beliefs and practices in the ancient world. The Greek perception of Ethiopia was also influenced by their interactions with the region through trade and commerce. Ethiopia was known for its abundant natural resources, including ivory, gold, and exotic animals. The Greek historian and geographer Strabo wrote about the lucrative trade routes that connected Ethiopia to the Mediterranean world. These trade connections brought the Ethiopian people into contact with the Greeks, and this exchange of goods and ideas contributed to the Greek understanding of Ethiopia as a wealthy and prosperous land. The Greek historian and philosopher, Pliny the Elder, also wrote about Ethiopia in his extensive work, Natural History. He described the Ethiopian people as skilled hunters and warriors, and noted their use of exotic weapons and military tactics. This portrayal of the Ethiopians as formidable and resourceful people reflects the Greek admiration for the strength and resilience of the Ethiopian culture. In conclusion, the ancient Greeks referred to the land known as Ethiopia, and their understanding of this region evolved over time. From its portrayal as a mythical and exotic land in early Greek texts, to its depiction as a diverse and prosperous land in the writings of historians and geographers, the Greek perception of Ethiopia was shaped by a variety of factors, including trade, cultural exchange, and religious practices. The Greek fascination with Ethiopia reflects their curiosity and appreciation for the diversity of the ancient world.